The towering skyscrapers of New York City glistened under the late afternoon sun, casting long shadows that made the streets below feel like a maze. With every passing minute, I felt the city closing in, its noise deafening and its pace relentless. My name is Emma, and at 25 years old, I was about to learn what it truly means to be lost, not just in a city, but within myself. It all started as a trip to rediscover my independence. After a rough breakup, I decided to leave my small Midwestern town for a week in New York City, a place I'd always dreamed of exploring. I wanted to feel alive, to immerse myself in the energy of the world's most iconic city. Armed with a list of must-see spots and my trusty phone, I thought I was prepared. But New York had other plans. The day began at the Statue of Liberty and spiraled into chaos when my phone battery died somewhere between Soho and Chinatown. My portable charger? Forgotten in the hotel room. I had no map, no directions, and a poor sense of orientation. "Don't panic, Emma," I told myself, standing at the corner of two unfamiliar streets. Yet as the throngs of people brushed past, their faces indifferent, I realized I had no idea where I was, or how to find my way back. The first hour of being lost was almost exhilarating. I wandered through colorful streets filled with eclectic shops, vibrant graffiti, and the intoxicating aroma of food carts selling everything from halal dishes to roasted nuts. I even convinced myself this was part of the adventure, a serendipitous detour in my carefully planned trip. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an orange glow over the city, my confidence wavered. The streets began to blur together, and the crowds thinned. I tried asking for directions, but my nerves got the better of me. "Excuse me, do you know?" I stammered, only to be met with rushed apologies or polite shrugs. Hours passed. I found myself in a quieter, almost eerie part of town, where the glamour of Manhattan gave way to shadowy alleys and flickering neon signs. Anxiety bubbled in my chest. Each sound, a car horn, a distant shout, even the wind, felt amplified. Why didn't I charge my phone? Why didn't I pay more attention to my surroundings? I muttered, clutching my purse tightly. For the first time in years, I felt helpless. But just as tears began to sting my eyes, I spotted a small cafe with warm light spilling onto the sidewalk. Its neon sign read Midnight Diner. Summoning every ounce of courage, I stepped inside. The place was cozy, filled with mismatched furniture and the hum of soft jazz. Behind the counter stood a middle-aged man with kind eyes and a knowing smile. "Rough night?" he asked. I nodded, too embarrassed to say much. He handed me a steaming cup of coffee and a map, an actual paper map. "Take your time," he said, his voice gentle. I studied the map, tracing my way back to my hotel. It wasn't far, just a few blocks north. Relief washed over me. Walking out of the diner, clutching the map like a lifeline, I felt a strange sense of triumph. Yes, I had been lost in the sprawling chaos of New York City, but I had found something more valuable, a reminder of my resilience. The streets no longer seemed so intimidating. I held my head high as I walked toward my hotel, the city lights guiding me like a beacon. Being lost in New York wasn't part of the plan.